welcome to another episode of The Positive Side on RVNTV. I'm Ann DeSantis. It's great to be here, as it always is. Today, I have a very special guest. I have Father Matthew Phelan. He's the pastor of Our Lady of Mercy in St. Bridget's Churches in Leroy, New York. That's in Western New York. Father is someone I know well because he was stationed in the Philadelphia area as a priest at Our Lady of Lourdes Parish in Overbrook section of Philadelphia, and got to know my family and I very well. So it's great to see you, Father. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Ann.
Yes. So as my viewers know, I've had several of the priests and friars from the Mercedarian religious order on the positive side. I've had Father Michael Rock and Father Daniel Bowen and Father Ken Breen, who's now stationed up in Leroy. So yeah,
all three very good friends of mine, and people are going to think we're trying to get a monopoly on your show.
That's right. That's right. So I thought we could start out with just talking a little bit about your own experience. You know, you and I were talking, and you recently told me that your beginning experience as a friar, that might be something to share as the positive side.
Sure.
You know, something on the positive side.
Well, I mean, you know, when I actually, where I'm stationed now was actually very close. I mean, it's in the village where I began my religious life. So when God called me and I decided to say yes to God's call, the first place I came was Leroy, New York. The Mercedarians at the time, that's where our postulants, which is the first stage, and the novices, which is the next stage in the religious life, we did our preparation here. We had another property on the other side of the village at that time, and I lived up here for 2 years before making my vows and then going down to Philadelphia to study in the seminary. And after seminary, I went to Rome for a couple of years and then came back to Philadelphia. So I was basically, I think it was 19 out of 21 years I was in the Philadelphia area. So I kind of became part of a cheesesteak culture in Philadelphia. And so then last year in October, then I was transferred up here and was made pastor of Our Lady of Mercy in Leroy and St. Bridget in Bergen. They're a twinned parish or a partnered parish. So they're two distinct parishes, but we have one office staff that operates both parishes, and we're about 8 miles apart.
Yes, and I know that already you've been here. It's going to be almost a year.
Yes.
And I know that your community there is very, appreciative of the work that you're doing. The reason I know that is, as you know, Father, that I'm the director of a foundation. It's called the St. Raymond Nonatus Foundation for Freedom, Family, and Faith. I started out as a third order member of the Mercedarian religious order, which I know we can talk a little bit about too.
Sure.
But one reason we're doing this show is that the foundation that I work for is doing an event, helping out with an event that's going to be happening. And we really want to talk about that special event. It's called the Family Faith Weekend, and it's on September 21st and 22nd in Leroy. That's Western New York, close to Rochester area. So had to mention that, and just the fact that we're working together on that project. So making outreach.
If I may tell a little humorous story, Anne, because you talked about the St. Raymond Foundation, and really without our community up here in Leroy, perhaps in God's providence and God's working in time, we wouldn't have the St. Raymond Foundation, perhaps, because really the St. Raymond, of course, is an ancient saint of our order. St. Raymond Nonatus, meaning not born. His mother died during childbirth. He was extracted from the womb, and he's a great patron for expectant mothers and unborn babies and Christian families. But when the order first came to the United States, they had at the time established the St. Raymond Seminary up here in Leroy. Later on, that became the St. Raymond Novitiate. But the devotion to St. Raymond Nonatus in the United States was really much centered here in this village. So the people were very familiar with St. Raymond over the years, and kind of a humorous story. Years ago, there was a Mercedarian stationed in this village, Father Marciano, and he always carried a relic, which is it's a small piece of bone of Saint Raymond, and in Catholics, you recognize it the body of Christ, and that extends in heaven and on earth. We hold those things very sacred. Father Marciano used to carry the relic around with him, and whenever he would see young women in the village, he would bless them with the relic. Well, it kind of became local lore that if Father Marciano blessed a woman with the relic, she would soon be found with child. And so with that root, the women would try to avoid him. They'd be in the grocery store, they'd see Father Marciano, they'd run the other way, and they'd hide. And I told the story when I first came to the village because I wanted to kind of restart some of these devotions to Saint Raymond. And I told the story, and after Mass, one of the, this was just last November, a lady came up to me after Mass and she said, "Father, I was one of those women that was hiding in the bathroom from Father Marciano." So, yeah,
funny.
But there was a great devotion to him up in this area. And so when I came up here, I really wanted to also work with the foundation and do some sort of event that would pay homage to the saint, but also our Catholic faith and family life.
Well, it's so appreciated, honestly, because what the St. Raymond Nonnatus Foundation is all about trying to make outreach to families in crisis, as you know, Father, because Father Matthew was the initial person who was my, what we call, spiritual moderator within the foundation. Now I'm working with Father Ken Breen, who
lives with me here also, yeah.
Yes, and as I said, a guest on the positive side too. And if you want to learn more about us, you go to nonatus.org and just learn about what we're doing. Because like I said, we're making outreach to families in crisis. But this event that's coming, this one is for every member of the family. I'm really excited about it. And you can learn about that at Our Lady of Mercy Leroy.org, if I'm correct, right?
That is correct, yes, Our Lady of Mercy Leroy.org.
Leroy.org. So Father, I thought maybe we could just start out for a few minutes telling us about that event.
Sure. Well, I guess if I may backtrack, just tell you a little bit how it kind of came to be started. So there's a great Catholic author and speaker who actually I got connected with when the World Meeting of Families was in Philadelphia. And this was at the time that the Raymond Foundation was just beginning. Her name is Rose Sweet. She's going to be our keynote speaker at this event. But after that event, because Rose had worked, she works in many different areas as a speaker and author, but her particular area that she worked in was with Catholics who were affected by divorce. And that was one of the, certainly the Raymond Foundation we recognize is that can be one of the areas where families can get into difficulties or need some help or some support. And so I had reached out to her and said, listen, we're starting this organization and you're in, well, one thing led to another. Now Rose sits, she's the vice president of the board of directors of the Raymond Foundation. So, we're, as a friend of Rose, one day she put out a little thing on Facebook that she was looking for venues in the Rochester area because the St. Bernard School of Theology in Rochester wanted her as a speaker. And what she tries to do is get different, if she can get different speaking venues in the area, those that are getting can split some of the costs. So when I saw that, I said, well, Rose, I'm only a half an hour from St. Bernard's. And so we started praying about it, and it just, things kind of fell into place. And the timing was just perfect it was very close to the feast day of Our Lady of Mercy, which is our patronal feast day. That's September 24th, falls on a Tuesday. So we tried to do something big on the weekend closest to the feast. And that was just at the time that she was looking to come to St. Bernard. So that's how it got started. And so now...
Hey, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's great. It's so exciting. Just to backtrack, we do have to take a break, but I want to just finish off that one thought that we had about the third order member is that's a lay prayerful member of the Mercedarian Religious Order.
Correct.
I'm one. Rose is also one.
Right.
We just talked about that. My
That's
husband.
right.
And it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. So we do have to take a break.
Okay.
So we'll be back on the positive side in just a few minutes.
Thanks.
Logo and website on screen during your interview will allow viewers to recognize your brand instantly. Incorporating images and video clips is another great way to showcase your product during your live segment. Let viewers see how good you really are. And most importantly, there's you and your interview. For less than the cost of a newspaper, direct mail, or a magazine ad, you can leave our studio and within 48 hours have a permanent digital copy of your live segment to link to your social media, embed into your company website, or use in email marketing. Investing in your brand is so very important, and we can't wait to have you as a guest.
Shelter dogs aren't broken. They've simply experienced more life. If they were human, we would call them wise. They would be the ones with tales to tell and stories to write, the ones dealt a bad hand who responded with courage. Do not pity a shelter dog. Adopt one.
Say we've got grit, and we'll take it as a compliment. Because it's our uncommon drive, our spark within, that brings us together and sets us apart. We are temple made. And when others take shortcuts, when others take breaks, when others take the easy way, we take charge.
Hello, welcome back to The Positive Side. I'm Ann DeSantis, and you're on RVNTV with Father Matthew Phelan, my guest. So welcome back, Father.
Thank you.
Yes, and right before the break, we started to talk a little bit about the event that's coming, and I'm really blessed because I'm going to be a part of that. I'm going to be a part of that through the St. Raymond, the St. Raymond Nonatus Foundation, as I said, nonatus.org. This event is going to be September 21st and 22nd in Western New York at Our Lady of Mercy Church, where Father Matthew Phelan is the pastor. So if you live anywhere near there, you got to check out Family Faith Day. That is a free event, September 21st. It goes from 10 to 2:30. There's going to be 5 speakers, and Rose Sweet, who Father just talked about at the beginning, at the end of the last segment, she's our keynote. So why don't we continue to talk about those speakers? And I know we have graphics too. We have graphics of each of those speakers.
Okay. Well, so when we started planning this, and we were kind of looking to do, what happens is a lot of times people can't get on retreats and can't get the things because they have family responsibilities, or you got to get somebody to take care of the kids or do this or that. So we wanted to try to offer something where the whole family could come and there'd be something for everybody at the same time. So in the first part of the day, we talked about Rose already. She'll be our keynote in the afternoon, which will include most of the group, but she'll also speak to the women in the morning. But then we have a speaker for the men. So men. Excuse
me 1 second, Father. Excuse me. We do have a nice photo there of Rose too now that's on there.
Great.
And as I said, now Rose is a Catholic author and a speaker. She's from California. She is a national speaker too. Her website is rosesweet.com, so you want to be sure to check that out. She works very closely with the foundation that I'm the director for, being the vice president, and also really being a good support. Now we have another photo there of Sean DeSantis right now.
Okay. Now Sean's really important because she's going to be entertaining the little kids, the pre-K to first grade.
That's
so obviously we're not going to be talking a lot of topics with them, but she's going to be entertaining them with her. She has your part-time princess. So we will pray with the kids, and there'll be some other adults there. But then she's really going to kind of keep them occupied and entertain them. So it could be a very memorable event and fun for the little kids.
That's right. Now Sean's my daughter. I have to add that. She is
a little
my
nepotism, okay.
college student daughter with her own business called Your Part-Time Princess. So you can go online and check her out. This is Denise Spidecha.
So now
Denise is the youth minister at Our Lady of Mercy in Leroy. So Father, we'll go through all the photos first, and then maybe we can go back.
Okay.
So Denise is giving a speech or talking to the group.
She's going to be doing something with the 2nd and 5th graders. We're calling it Faith, Intrigue, Insight, Investigation. So there's going to be both talks, but some activities and some hands-on things for them to do.
Excellent, excellent. So I think we have maybe we have one more photo, a couple more photos there. So Denise will be that. This is Chaz DeFeo.
Yeah, and he'll be. Chaz, also a Catholic author and blogger, Walk to Faith to Live. walkbyfaith.com is where that's kind of his online presence. Walkbyfaith2live.com. He's a lay Dominican, and sometimes he's on internet radio and a co-host of Ramos Communications and Pro-Life American Radio. But he's going to be speaking to the men's group about making America Catholic. Okay, making America Catholic anew. So we hear a lot about MAGA, but this is MACA, Make America Catholic. Christian. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know if we have one more photo or not. Okay, there we have Kate and Michael Rosala.
Yes. So okay. Mike and Kate, they do a lot of ministries here in the Diocese of Buffalo, over in the city of Buffalo. They were just married last month, and they're going to be speaking to the middle and high school kids really about how do we live selfless love in a selfie society. You know, we get, everything is selfie, but we're kind of losing that connection with others. And so they're going to be talking about living that selfless love, which is going to be necessary for all of us, no matter what our vocation, whether we're called to marriage or the religious life or priesthood, but we have to learn to come out of ourselves. And so they're going to really be talking about that. And that'll also include some of St. John Paul II's theology of the body, as it's come to be known as.
Now, Father is speaking about, our photos are all finished, Father.
Okay.
Father is speaking about Family Faith Day, and as I said, that's September 21st at Our Lady of Mercy, Leroy. This is a free event, so if you live close to that area, you want to try to get there. It's from 10 to 2:30. Now, as far as lunch is concerned, you would have to contact events at Our Lady of Mercy, leroy.org, and let them know whether you would like to have lunch or if you're going to be bringing your lunch. So Our Lady of Mercy, leroy.org is the website.
Yes.
So he's got it up there on the screen too. So
the poor man's graphic, events at ourladyofmercy.org. Yeah, if you contact, there's plenty of places to eat in town, so you don't have to bring a lunch, but if somebody is coming in and they want us to we'll definitely, if they contact us before September 15th, we can make sure there's food here and everything like that. But everything is close by. You can bring your own lunch, picnic, whatever. But if you do need us to get you some food, we would like, that contact ahead of time.
Sounds good. Now, we don't want to end this show without talking about something that is so exciting.
Awesome.
That I just can't wait to be there. It's going to be for an event called Array of Hope Concert. That's spelled ARRAY of hope.net. Check out that website, arrayofhope.net. Now, what this is, now I'm going to read you their mission statement. The mission statement exists to reveal the truths of our faith by creating high-quality films, music, and events, seeking to address the decline of God in our culture. We are empowered by His grace to capture the hearts of families and awaken to seek a relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, this is going to be Sunday, September 22nd at 6:30, ending at 9:30. Now, the concerts that they do sometimes are billed for the youth and teens, but this event is going to be for the entire family.
Correct.
The cost of the event is $20. It's going to be worth every single dollar that you spend to get to that concert. So I'm going to ask, if you're there right now and you want to make it to that concert, to go on your phone or on your laptop. It's arrayofhope.net/tour-schedule. I'll say it again, arrayofhope.net, tour-schedule. Okay, I meant to say .com in between, but you definitely want to get tickets for that event. Father, I didn't know if you wanted to say anything about
arrayofhope.net, and if you forget the slash, you go to arrayofhope.net and you just click on tour. And then it'll bring up all of their tours, and you'll see right now it's currently second from the top until the next concert takes place. But September 22nd, it says Our Lady of Mercy. So arrayofhope.net, you click on tour, and you'll see the concert there, and then that's where you can order tickets. And again, this isn't a big thing to make money. Really, the cost of the ticket is just to cover the cost of the event. So. It's really going to be a great spectacular, this multimedia and music event, and really, hoping to really give families something to talk about, give them something to hope about, and also, give them, really to kind of light the fire, and the faith in something positive, because there's so much negativity. Your show's the positive side. We need something positive, and that it's certainly something that is positive.
That's right. And I can't emphasize that enough, because this show is all about the good things that people are doing and taking, like you said, the negativity. If you're watching out there and you're going through a rough time, or you need something like this to uplift yourself, and you can't afford something like a retreat weekend or something, listen, Family Faith Weekend, the Faith Day on the 21st is free. There's no cost at all. As I said, Our Lady of Mercy, leroy.org, check it out. And the only cost is just for the concert, but it's worth every bit that you pay for the $20 ticket.
And I would say if somebody is going to be in the area and they really want to go and they really have a financial hardship, contact us at that events at Our Lady of Mercy, leroy.org. Contact us, because some of our sponsors and benefactors are also donating tickets for those who are in need. So, you know, again, you email us. I don't know if you can see it there, but you email us there, or you can call our parish at it's 585-768-6543. Give us a call there and let us know if you do have a hardship, and you know, we could then, if we may have some tickets that we could be able to help you out. So we want to make it possible, you know, for whoever to come to it, you know, that can, and we'll do our best.
Yes. Now I want to make a special shout out there to two people. Number one, anyone who's interested in sponsoring. If you're a business or a ministry, please email events@OurLadyOfMercyLeroy.org, because we have fabulous packages to be part of this event. The other thing is, you're a group and you want to get a blocks of tickets for the concert. You need to email again, events@OurLadyOfMercyLeroy.org. Not to keep repeating myself, but that would be an awesome thing for your school, your organization. You know, get a block of 20 tickets, 25 tickets. So I want to thank you, Father. Unfortunately, we do have to end the show. It always goes so fast.
When we're having fun.
Then we're having fun. Do you have any other one or two extra words to say to our viewers?
No, nothing. I just you know, I was watching during the breaks, and they were telling us how to brand, and logos are important. So here we go. I just want to show, those are our two logos for the Raymond Foundation over here, and the Mercedarian logo for our parishes. So I just had to throw that in there to be a little funny. So.
Thank you. And I'll throw in my website again, since you and I are doing this event together, nonatus.org, where I'm the director of the St. Raymond Nonatus Foundation. So thank you again, Father.
All right.
And
thank you, Ann.
We'll see our viewers next time on The Positive Side.